Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I know you all are waiting for my next recipe. So today I came with the cute thing. You can try my cute cookies with your kiddos. So let's find out how to do that. Don't forget to subscribe me. Here you can see the ingredient list which you need to make these cookies, and also you can find it from below description box. And let's see what are the ingredients we need. We need 250 grams of plain flour, 100 grams of sugar, 2 grams of baking powder, 2 tablespoons of milk powder, 1 egg, 100 grams of butter and some vanilla. Now first I'm gonna add all my butter into a bowl. And now I'm gonna start beating this. When it's getting melting, you can add half a sugar. And now I'm gonna add other half of sugar. And now you can add the egg. Now I'm gonna add some vanilla into this. And then again you can start beating till all the sugar get melted. Now you can see I have got a creamy mixture, creamy batter. So most of all my sugar has got melted. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this aside, and I'm gonna take my flour here, and then I'm adding baking powder into flour, and then milk powder. Now after adding milk powder and baking powder into flour, I'm gonna shake them. So you can sift them 2 times or 3 times, but what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sift them 1 time and I'm gonna mix everything together by using a spoon. You can see I have a creamy batter here. Now I'm going to add gradually my flour mixture into the batter. You can use a spatula to mix them. Mix flour with the batter by using a spatula like this. You don't need to follow any direction when you're mixing them. What you all need to do is you just mix them really well. Now you can see my batter is getting thicker at this moment. It's getting a little bit harder to mix. At this stage, if you feel uncomfortable, if you feel little harder to mix them by using the spatula, you can use your hand if you wish to use. Now I have added all my flour. Now I'm giving my final touch into the dough. Now after mixing everything together, you are going to end up with this kind of a dough. Now you can give it a little touch to make the shape of a dough. Now you can cover this by using a cling film. Either you can use a good size Ziploc bag. Since I don't have a good size Ziploc bag, I'm using this cling film. And I'm gonna wrap around that. Then I'm gonna place this inside of a fridge for 15 minutes. So here you need to make sure you are not gonna place this inside of a freezer. Just put inside of the fridge. Now you can see here I have got my dough after 15 minutes out from the fridge. Now if you have placed this inside of a freezer bag, you can make it flat while it's inside of the freezer bag. But since I have got a cling film wrap, I'm going to remove the wrap, and I have got another fresh good size cling film on top of my board, and I'm placing my dough on top of my cling film. And take your rolling pin and give it a little press and make the dough flat. You can make it flat like this, and make sure you are not going to make it more thin or more thick, because the thickness of this layer will decide the thickness of your cookie or thickness of your biscuit. So make sure it's really not thin or thick. You can see here the thickness of my one is around 1/4 inch. Now after made it flat, I'm going to cover this by using the other end of the cling wrap. And I'm going to place this again inside of the fridge for half an hour. Give it a little touch after that also. Now I have got this after 30 minutes from the fridge, and I'm removing the top part of my cling wrap. Now we are going to cut the shapes. For that we need this kind of cookie cutters. And to make the holes we need a toothpick, or you can either use a fork. Now I have put a baking paper on a baking tray, and now we are going to cut the shapes by using these cookie cutters. Place the cookie cutter like this and press it. Take it out, and you can see our cookies are ready. Now you can make the holes as you wish, with any design, with any number of holes you can make the holes, and place this on the baking. Now likewise, I'm going to repeat the same process for all my cookies. Now you can see here I have some leftover edges. What I'm going to do is I'm collecting all these leftover edges and create another dough. After making another dough, you can you can place this on the cling wrap. And if you can remember, first time I made it flat without covering the cling wrap, but this time I'm gonna cover the dough first by using the cling wrap. Then I'm gonna make it flat by using my rolling pin. So what I wanted to show you is you can do it either way. Now I'm making it flat. Make sure it's not too thick or thin. Then remove the top part of the cling wrap. And again place your cutters and make the cookies. Now here you can see my beautiful ready to bake cookies are here on my baking tray. I'm going to place this inside of my oven and I'm going to bake this. So here I need to mention something. I have preheated my oven for 15 minutes with 170 Celsius. Now I'm placing my cookies inside of the oven and again I'm gonna bake this for 15 to 20 minutes with 170 Celsius. Now after 20 minutes I have taken this out from the oven and placed this on a cooling rack, and I'm gonna leave this for 3 to 5 minutes to let it cool, and then you can place this inside of an airtight container. These homemade cookies are really good for parties, gifting and for various occasions. You can easily try this cute recipe and you can get involved your kiddos too. I'm sure they will definitely love this. So don't let anything to stop you making these cuties. If you don't have any cookie cutters, you can either use a bottle lid or create beautiful shapes by using your hand. Show your creativity. So try this one and let me know how it goes. So till I meet you again, happy cooking!